Here's to whiskey kisses, the peaty taste of sin.
Greetings, Whisky folk, and welcome back once again to Drinking Out Loud's exploration of the Whisky Advent Calendar 2024 from Dare to Dram, a local little independent whisky club out here in Victoria where we get together and share little drams of whisky just like this. And today, day 20, December 20th, one of my all-time favourite SMWS releases. This is the War Seahorse, or as it became known as during the pandemic era when this was released on video, the War Seahorse. It's a fun pair of words to say. It's War Seahorse. Yeah, I think a lot of SMWS local people picked up a bottle of this and hopefully enjoyed it as much as I did. And I assume vast majority of them have finished their bottle by now. I enjoyed the little bit of leftovers from filming those videos back in the day, and I bought a bottle because I knew it was special. I knew I wanted to do something with it in the future, and I'm bloody glad I did, because thank you 2020 Adam, because 2024 Adam gets to enjoy this whiskey again and share it with a bunch of friends. And it's a pair of back-to-back releases as well, because yesterday we had our second Ardmore of the Advent Calendar, and today this is actually the second time we've had something from this distillery as well. The last time was a different independent bottler though. So this is Society Cask 137, and this is the second ever release from the SMWS of this distillery. And it's English. Yeah, another English whiskey. That's a third English whiskey in this Advent Calendar. Not biased at all. Just ignore the accent. But no, this is a St. George's, and I think I was having a real hard time in my mind trying to figure out which St. George was better, the Blackadder or the SMWS. And I think at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the winner is, because the real winner is those of us that got to taste both of them. They were both incredibly excellent whiskies. And to prove how much I love this whiskey, and to prove that I went to great lengths to get a bottle, we sold out here at the Strath because it's that bloody good. And I wanted another bottle, and it didn't sell out at my friend's store. So I got in touch with, I think it was Evan actually, who hooked me up at Kensington Wine Market and bought this bottle from Calgary. I think, if I remember correctly, I think Kelly and Rob brought it over in their luggage for me when they visited later that year. So thank you very much to the SMWS Whiskey Fabric for sorting me out and giving me a chance to buy one of these bottles and share it with people. It's just really, really impressive whiskey from my memory. The tasting notes on the front are fun. War Seahorse, a scything blade of peat, ash, and smoked earth, and then massive and all-consuming seashore characteristics, packed full of power and bluster. Yeah. So this is, again, at St. George's. It is from Norfolk, England. It is a single malt whiskey aged for 8 years, distilled on February the 4th, 2010. It is a refill ex-bourbon barrel, so it's letting the spirit shine here. A release of 242 bottles at 62.3% alcohol, with no added colour or chill filtration. The War Seahorse. I'm glad I get to relive the War Seahorse. So if you've never had a single cask heavily peated St. George's from the English Whisky Company, if you taste it blind, you would, I swear you'd think it was like a Lafroig or something. And in fact, they had a former distiller from Lafroig come and help them work on the recipe for this, so it's not too surprising. But it spells like an Islay, and it's from Norfolk. Like, yeah, Norfolk of all places. Oh, I can't. It's hard to think of, like, outside of like a big metropolitan area like London, maybe. It's hard to think of a part of the British Isles which is the more opposite to Islay than Norfolk. Oh, man. It's got that sort of rich medicinal iodine-y thing on the nose, which is just usually a key pointer or something like a Lafroig or maybe a Lacheg. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. Salted lemon sherbet on top of like a smoky shrimp skewer. Ah. Oh, it really is piercing. There's a sharpness to it. There's the blade that it references. It feels like weaponry. I think War Seahorse, apart from just being a very satisfying pair of words to say, I think one of the reasons it really stuck out in my memory is it's just so weirdly fitting. Like, it's not a flavour, it's not even a concept that you'd ever thought of before, but it fits the whiskey somehow, you know? You can just kind of imagine like a little shrimp with a long like jousting thing. What are they called? Jousting stick, javelin. I can't remember. Like riding a seahorse into battle. Spear? Is spear the word I'm thinking of? No. Oh yeah. It's ashy on the finish as well, which is really satisfying. It feels like you've been with the fire for the entire life journey. This is the lifetime of a bonfire in one glass. From the woody, smoky start as the wet wood starts to catch fire, to the grilling of the seafood and the meats on the fire itself, right down to then the ashes at the end. It's a full campfire experience in one sip. That is a special whiskey. Well, I'm really glad that I got to share it with my friends here in Victoria. It's a special whiskey to me, but it's a special whiskey even more so because I got to share it with friends. Please do chime in down in the comments if you have anything to say about this whiskey, whether you've tried it or not. I'm really hoping that we get more incredible peated St. George's from the SMWS like this, because they are quite something. But until then, Slanchivar, and I will see you on the 21st. I will see you tomorrow for yet another wonderful, exciting Advent calendar release. I'll see you there. Slancher.